What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. You know what that means. It's the end of a board meeting. So after 8 hours of sitting in a boardroom underneath fluorescent lights, it's a great time to do a community update. So I want to talk about the EDB, the LCP, the SDC. I'll explain what that means. But before that, I want to talk a little bit about what we just went through in the rain and in the coming winter. So thank you, everybody out there, for staying attuned. We definitely had flooding issues in West County, Lower Russian River. This was the biggest storm event, atmospheric river, all these things we call it, in a long time for this kind of a condensed period. I mean, as you all read, it broke records. Santa Rosa, Sonoma County Airport, out in Kaz. Even my stepdad up in Cloverdale said that his rain gauge over the course of that week in Cloverdale read 26 inches. So as we all know, that was a big hit. It was great for our reservoirs. For those of you who don't know, since way back in 2012, we have worked our butts off with negotiating with the federal government, with putting tens of millions of dollars into new forecasting systems to be able to hold more water in Lake Sonoma and in Lake Mendocino. So the actual level of the water supply pool during the summertime and summer months and winter months is higher than it ever was before, which is great. We continue to conserve, but do that. If this event had hit when we already had a full river and a saturated soil profile, this would have been one of the events that rivaled the big floods in 1984 and others. So, just the reminder that these kind of events, if they come when it's dry and we have space to fill and divert water and the river's able to maintain it, that works. But as you all know, that's some crazy rain. So we always have to be smart. We always have to be careful. So a couple other things is today we went over in the boardroom. We talked about the Economic Development Board presented us. That's the EDB side of this. So they brought forward a plan for broadband implementation. We are putting $2.5 million more into broadband. We are putting it into certain areas and in communities where there is basically a huge equity issue, individuals who don't have access to broadband. On the other side, we're putting some money into what they call a digital equity program, which is for people who do not have devices, helping to subsidize those through schools and others. Part of the issue is access to broadband. Other part is access to devices. For those most underserved in our community, we try to help out as much as possible, as do the broadband providers, Comcast, Frontier, the individuals who are already out there. If we're not having connectivity be a part of youth and even adults, then we're leaving people behind in this technological and digital economy. Other thing, which I said was not the EDB, but the LCP, that refers to the local coastal plan. Reminder that really the County of Sonoma does not hold development control. What gets built, what gets protected over the coastal zone. Big portion of our coastline coming inland, but we do go through a process once every 20 years to build out a local coastal plan. That is nearing completion. My big goal with all of that was to be able to continue to have coastal protections. As you all know, up here on the north coast versus the south coast, this is an area that's been protected against development, whereas if you go to San Diego and other places like that, and in LA area, that they're building right on the cliffs. So, that's our ethos. That's what we're here to protect. But at the same time, we're trying to continue to have good ranching, agriculture, good management, and other things. And it's a difficult process. It's a long one. But if you're interested, stay tuned. We passed another hurdle with that, the Coastal Commission. We plan to, in the coming year, certify this thing called the Local Coastal Plan. Let us know. Reach out if you have any questions. EDB, LCP, SDC. The SDC is a Sonoma Developmental Center. This is a big redevelopment project. Sonoma Developmental Center was the biggest provider in the region for services to developmentally disabled individuals. Had 1,000 employees back in the day. We went through a big process with environmental documents and with a lot of public comment and frustrated people and frustrated applicants and others. So we're going through the chaos of the legal system under CEQA, which is something called the California Environmental Quality Act. If you are interested, I'd encourage you to take a look at the documents or write our office and we can send you a link to the discussion. But my focus there was really, along with my colleague Supervisor Gorn, who represents that area, and a bunch of others, was to get progress on where we're going. So we're going to make changes to something called a specific plan. That is a big document that will inform a environmental impact report, an EIR, that will ultimately link with the builder's remedy application from a developer. And God, I never knew. I always knew it. All this stuff was so complex, but I just still appreciate serving in spite of it all, and getting things done for you all and for our community. So be safe, stay dry, take care of your home, and we only have one more board meeting next Tuesday, and then we're off for 3 weeks. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Blessings.